Hello to the good people of Mirador Television. It's Keith Norman here, reporting live from the Boffey. It's Christmas Eve in the Boffey, and the snow was raining hard. A barefooted boy with boots on stood sitting on the grass. I don't know the rest of it, but I do like that poem, especially around this relevant time of year. So what a few weeks it's been. The election has come and gone, and things seem to have quietened down, which is a good thing, and which is what you get when a particular party, whoever they are, gets such a large majority. I, for one, obviously am very pleased that the Conservative Party won. But equally, I wasn't surprised. In fact, I couldn't actually see any other result. I watch politics all the time. I read about politics all the time. I listen to politics on talking radio shows all day long. It was pretty clear to me how this election was going to go, and it was always going to be about the voters in the north of England. It was surprising, it has to be said, that some of the constituencies, mining constituencies, voting Conservative. There's going to be a few interesting chats around the Christmas table, dinner table, in a few places up north, that's for sure. But when you analyse the last few years in politics, Jeremy Corbyn and the Labour Party, from a political point of view, in the year 2019, is the most ridiculous concept out there. I mean, I personally, this is going to sound really patronising, but I can't see how anyone with any real intelligence, both politically and economically, would ever dream about voting for a party with those policies. And the thing that stood out for me is the man on the street, the real working man as it were, saw straight through them. They seem to have a grasp of the fact that there is no such thing as a free dinner. You have to work for it to get it. Now, I'm sure that all you people who voted Labour or Lib Dem in a sort of in a tactical way or a meaningful way, I'm sure you thought you were doing it for all the right reasons, all good intentions. But can you not see how naive you were, especially now, as the very people who you thought you were caring about saw through it all along? It's not only that, the MPs, the Labour MPs, both current and former, are all now coming out on the radio and saying what a ridiculous manifesto the Labour Party had and what a terrible leader Jeremy Corbyn is. I don't want to patronise you, that's not what it's about. But part of me thinks to myself, you kind of brought a situation on yourselves. You're living in a bubble in Lewis, and this is the problem. The Lewis bubble, it's exactly the same in London. You cannot believe the result. You look at it, I can't believe it. All my friends on social media, I don't know any of them who voted Conservative. You're all living in a bubble. And going forward, my advice to you all is to maybe look out of that bubble a little bit, especially with regards to politics. Read papers that you might not normally read to find out a different point of view, another side of the coin. Watch programmes on the television that you might not always watch to get a different point of view. I listen to James O'Brien on LBC every day. I don't know if you've listened to this bloke. I cannot abide him. He is everything that I hate about modern politics. He's dreadful, but I listen to him in order for me to gain some balance. And that's what it's about. balance. You've got to get balance and make a proper opinion. You cannot just stick your head in the sand and say, I'm voting Labour, that's it and all about it, regardless of who's running it and what they say. Because I'm telling you now, that last lot, you didn't have to scratch too deep before you found a very, very nasty party. A very nasty party, by the way. That if had been successful, would have seen poor people on their knees in a very, very short space of time. On a happier note, it's Christmas time. Have a lovely, lovely Christmas, and I hope to see a few of you up at the hunt on Boxing Day for that magnificent meat of horse and hound, which I'm sure you all enjoy. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, see you from the Boffey next year. And ja.